Chain Soldier is back, baby! And this time, will our boy and his squad be strong enough to finally defeat the Thunder Gods? And what reward does he get next? Will he also be able to find new baddies? Or is there a chance for Bro to finally bring his sister back? This is Chain Soldier Season 2, and we're gonna recap the entire season and the gooning adventures of our #1 slave and his harem. So our MC, Yuki, is as usual doing his chores and blessing us with a lot of fan service. When Bro finally finishes his slavery duties, he starts training with Kyoka. But an emergency breaks out. 8 civilians go missing. 6 are saved, but the 2 are still out there. So the gang heads out for a rescue mission, and with help from the 6th squad, mission success. And since Yuki once again worked hard, if you know what I mean, his reward is, of course, way better. Sadly, I can't show that here or the YouTube gods will be pissed. And speaking of gods, the supreme commander of the entire anti-demon corps calls a meeting with all squad commanders, and for some reason wants Yuki to attend too. When they arrive at headquarters, Kyoka warns our boy to never ever make eye contact with the supreme commander, or she might take an interest in him. Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, by the way, they run into the 2nd commander, Mira Communton, and she instantly starts a booby fight with Kyoka. Inside, they meet Belle Tsukiono, who immediately starts crying because she knows her ass is about to get cooked, since her whole squad got wiped by one of the Thunder Gods. Once they enter the meeting room, every squad commander is present, and every single one of them is a baddie. We're even blessed by an actual mommy, Fubuki Izuma. And yes, she's really a mom. She's the mother of Himari and Yachiho. And gentlemen, just like Master Oogway would say, if you can't get her or her sister, you can always see their mother. Thank you, Sensei. With everyone gathered, the Supreme Commander finally makes her entrance, Ren Yamashiro. But our boy can't control his gooner instincts, sneaks a quick peek, and instantly regrets it. The meeting started when this grandma, the former commander of the 1st squad, finally announced her retirement, passing the role to Konomi Tatara. Now to the main topic, the 8 Thunder Gods. And in order to defeat them, every commander needs to learn up. But there's one problem. Ren believes not every commander is capable of doing so. And obviously, she's talking about Belle. Because of her mistake, her squad got wiped out. And now she's about to face some really hardcore training with the Supreme Commander herself. But the meeting gets interrupted. A massive Shuki army is heading straight for their headquarters. Ren sends several commanders out, and they easily wiped out hundreds of Shuki. Once they locate the real culprits behind the attack, Ren personally heads out to deal with them, bringing Kyoka and Yuki along. However, when the 2 finally arrive, the fight is already over. Ren soloed every single one of the bad guys with her absurdly broken power, Virakana, the all-encompassing Lord of the Cosmos. And keep in mind, she doesn't just have one power, she has a lot of them. Anywho, Ren is interested in Yuki, so she orders Kyoka to turn off her powers and gets really curious about how the reward thing works. But since Yuki didn't do much, his reward ends up being slightly suffocating in Kyoka's boobies. And Ren was like, "That's it? Hey lady, what do you mean that's it? That should have been me, not him!" Now enough gooning around. Yuki notices that even though Ren looks different, she kind of reminds him of his sister. So subscribe or you will have to entertain Granny Ryu for the night. You are cooked. And I'll see you on the next one.